Most people believe batteries just wear out after 3 or 4 years, but in Japan, drivers are getting up to 7 or even 8 years out of the exact same batteries. Same brands, same technology, double the lifespan. So what's the difference? It's not expensive maintenance or some hidden upgrade. It's a simple habit that takes less than 2 minutes and almost no one knows about it. Because the truth is, your battery isn't really dying from age. It's slowly getting damaged every single day. Every time you start your car, small buildup forms inside the battery, which is normal. And when you drive, it's supposed to clean itself. But here's the problem. Most people don't drive in a way that lets that happen. Most people only drive short distances, to work, to the store, or to pick up the kids. The problem is, these trips aren't long enough to fully recharge the battery. So over time, buildup inside never clears out. It hardens, keeps growing, and slowly kills the battery. That's why after just a few years, most of the battery's power is gone. Not because it's broken, but because it's been worn down from the inside. Japanese drivers figured this out years ago, and their solution is surprisingly simple. It's called the hot water method. It might sound strange, but many mechanics swear by it. All you have to do is open the hood, find your battery, heat some water, and let it cool slightly. Not boiling, just hot. Then, with the car turned off, slowly pour the hot water over the battery terminals. That's it. It takes less than 2 minutes. So what actually happened? Yes, the hot water cleans off the visible corrosion. But more importantly, the heat helps break down the buildup forming inside the battery. It loosens it before it has time to harden and cause real damage. And this isn't just some random trick. Tests in Japan showed that doing this regularly can significantly reduce that internal buildup, meaning your battery lasts much longer. So no, it's not a myth. It's a simple way to slow down the process that normally kills your battery over time, because as that buildup sits there, it slowly becomes harder and more permanent. But heat helps interrupt that process before it gets out of control. Heat keeps the buildup from hardening and killing your battery. Japanese mechanics have known this for decades, while Americans keep replacing batteries every few years. But that's just step one. The second is even simpler. After the hot water treatment, they coat the terminals with a thin layer of petroleum jelly or grease. Most people clean terminals once a year, if at all. Japanese drivers do it monthly, preventing corrosion that slowly drains battery power. Corrosion creates resistance, resistance creates heat, and heat speeds up battery damage. By keeping terminals clean and protected, you stop this chain reaction. One Toyota dealership in Osaka tracked batteries for 15 years. Customers who cleaned and greased terminals monthly averaged 7.2 years. Those who didn't averaged 3.8 years. Same cars, same batteries, same climate. A 30-second habit nearly doubled battery life. Japanese drivers also check voltage. A $15 multimeter can tell you if your battery is healthy. 12.6 volts or higher means it's fully charged and ready. 12.4 volts means your battery is about 75% charged. Fine, but keep an eye on it. 12.2 volts is 50%, and it's time to act. Below 12 volts, the battery is nearly dead, and permanent damage from sulfation may have already happened. The genius of this system is early detection. Most Americans only notice a problem when it's too late. Slow cranking, a jump start, then stranded weeks later. Japanese drivers catch the decline at 12.4 volts and fix it early with longer drives and the hot water treatment. They avoid ever getting stranded. The fourth and most important step is the battery conditioning drive. Short trips damage your battery, so Japanese mechanics recommend a drive at least once every 2 weeks. Drive for about 30 minutes on the highway. No stops, no city traffic, just steady speed. This keeps your alternator pumping enough power to break down sulfate buildup and recharge the battery fully. Studies show that batteries getting these regular highway drives retain almost 90% of their capacity after 5 years. Batteries that only get short trips keep just 54% of their capacity after 5 years, compared to nearly 90% with regular highway drives. A 35% difference from one simple habit. Winter is another hidden killer. Cold temperatures drastically reduce battery power. At 32 degrees Fahrenheit, it loses 35%. at 0 degrees Fahrenheit over 60%. In Hokkaido, Japanese drivers use battery blankets, simple heated wraps that plug into a standard outlet to keep batteries warm overnight. They cost about $30 and can add 2 to 3 extra years in cold climates. In Sapporo, where winters hit minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit, drivers using battery blankets average 6.8 years, compared to 3.1 years without, more than double for just $30. But heat can be even worse than cold. Every 15 degrees Fahrenheit above 77 degrees Fahrenheit cuts battery life by half. In hot regions like Arizona or Florida, batteries age twice as fast. Japanese drivers in Okinawa use reflective covers to lower underhood temperatures by up to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Another key Japanese secret is maintenance charging. If your car sits for a week or more, they recommend using a trickle charger. These devices provide just enough power to counteract natural self-discharge without overcharging. Even a healthy battery loses about 1% per day, so after a month, it could drop to 70%, speeding up damage. Japanese drivers with secondary or stored cars almost always use maintainers, keeping batteries healthy and ready to go. A 10-year study by Japan's GS Yuasa found that batteries maintained with trickle chargers lasted 8.4 years on average, compared to 4.2 years for unmaintained ones. Exactly double. Trickle chargers cost less than $25. Why don't American mechanics tell you this? Simply put, battery replacement is profitable. A new battery plus labor can cost $200 to $400 every 3 to 4 years. Teaching you how to make your battery last twice as long would cut their revenue. Most mechanics want to help, but the system is designed to fix problems after they happen, not prevent them. Japanese automotive culture focuses on prevention and small, consistent actions that keep batteries healthy for years. Every 2 weeks, take a 30-minute highway drive at steady speed to fully recharge and seasonally use a battery blanket in cold climates. Following this routine can make your battery last 7 to 8 years instead of 3 to 4. Before summer, keep your battery away from engine heat and use a trickle charger if parked for more than a week. Japanese drivers spend about 10 minutes a month on maintenance and get 3 to 4 extra years of battery life, saving money and avoiding being stranded. The method is simple, consistent care of something most people ignore. And that is the real secret. Not a miracle product or complex procedure, just a couple minutes of simple maintenance. Most Western drivers never learned. Now you know. The question is whether you will actually do it. Thanks for watching. If you learned something, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and let me know in the comments. Have you tried these methods before? And what is the longest your battery has ever lasted?